slowly coming up in elevation. But if you go a little bit further than Bacong and get off your bike and walk up the hill, you can actually see both sides of the island, big island, at the same time. I have photos of that. I'm just going to hope that you did. Battery which is giving me. I can't understand why. I have a feeling I picked up by mistake the first replacement battery I bought, and it doesn't last very long. Oh, the card is full now. Oh, the card is full because it's taken some video of it. Delete by date, so I'll delete yesterday. Yesterday I had a video take up a lot of space. Let me take a photograph. Of you. The beauty of these digital cameras is you can take hundreds of photos and you just throw away the ones you didn't want. But when I started photography, I had a Pentax ME. Of course, you had the actual film, 36 I think it's maximum, and it's expensive to have photos. So you were a little bit more careful with what you photograph. Because I just pick away, which actually the method has proved right to me, because you pick away but you actually get some gems, you know. I'm going in two. I will go in two with you. Oh, hello chickens. Chickens come down to leave all my gear here. No one will touch it, even though there are people around. And we'll go to the sea, and you can then see. I'm going to go fast. I have my snorkel, but I'll be honest, I'm going to take that battery out of my pocket. To be honest, I can't be asked to put it on. And the water's disturbed, the sand is stirred up, so you won't be able to see very much if I did go underwater. Well, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So here we go. Big ferry going past. They are catamarans nowadays, and very fast. When I was last here in the Philippines, they had these old diesel boats that you chug along, but now it's not so. So, I'm walking very slowly because our beach is very rocky. The water's cold actually. It's probably 24 degrees. It feels cold. We use this beach because the swimmers don't like to use it, and we decided as a safety measure we will use the not so nice beach to walk on, but it keeps the swimmers away from the spear fishermen. Heaven forbid we have an accident, because these spear guns that the people like Gary use will go right through you, the spear. And also when I'm snorkeling and other people are snorkeling, we do the same. We stay on this side because we're almost invisible with just a little bit of snorkel sticking up, and you don't want someone diving on you. Here we are, we're getting our way now from the beach. So you can see towards, this is towards Dumagati. Here are the illegal, waves are quite strong actually. Here are the illegal structures which block people from walking along the beach, which is everyone's right. And next to the Chinese dive resort, they only have Chinese customers, and it's very exclusive and expensive. But I think that might be against the law to just restrict it to one. Anyway, whatever. They have enough money to pay whoever they need to pay, and they obviously have. There's someone constructing a house. It's going to be a very nice house by the look of it. And I hear that is an Australian guy, and he's already built a slipway, hoping that he'll have a private beach to himself. But the locals, especially the fishing cooperative, are determined that he won't. He has to share it. Quite right too. That's dragging me around this current. Right, I'm going to pan round. That, in case you don't recognise it, is the sun. Now, on the wrong side of this buoy here, which has a rope attached to it, so I'll have to go around. Now, there is the first swimming beach, and there where the kangaroos are on the wall. That's where people also swim there, and they swim on all they're sandy, these beaches, right up to the sea defences, which on top of that they've built a very nice promenade so people can exercise and cycle and all sorts of things. Where the kangaroos are, I'm not going to go right up there, I'll go a little bit further. That is something just bit my leg. Crab or something, I don't know. Where that kangaroo is called Kangaroo, started off as a restaurant, has turned into a nightclub and a bit of a sleazy joint, and he's built illegally all over the place. And he built out towards the beach where the fishermen keep their bigger boats, and more importantly, dry their nets. Anyway, they complained to the council, but obviously the Australian and his wife have got more money than they have. So there you go. Oh, jeez. Just stepped up. Just tripped over a bloody great rock. I don't know where. Maybe I'll put the camera in the water and see what you can see. Unfortunately, I haven't got my snorkel, so I'm not going to put my head in the water. And well, these waves are very active actually. And there's no wind. It's not like there's a storm, but we've got quite a surge of waves. I do like. So let's see if you can see anything. I hope you held your breath there. It's clearer than I thought it would be, but it's not that clear. Normally it's crystal clear, and if you're snorkeling, it's like putting your head into an aquarium. Now, the fishing cooperative have made these little houses, and you can rent them out. I'm trying to think of the name. God, I'm getting old. high up, that's French. Cabanas, these cabanas, and you can rent them. It's not very expensive for the day or for a few hours or whatever. And there's one there, you see it's closed, enclosed, so you can go in there and you spend the night there, or you have a private party in there. It's quite big. This one's falling to bits, unfortunately. But there's a very nice one up there. That would be a lovely place to stay. Someone spent quite a lot of money building that. Member of the cooperative, I presume. But you could have a pleasant weekend up in that thing. Oh, here, this is a fish dealer, and he's come down to get some fresh salt water, and he's bought some ice, and he probably bought his fish in Dumagetti, and he will crush up the ice, put in the salt water, and that will refrigerate. Clever way of refrigerating his fish that he wants to sell wherever he's going, and some of them go a long way from Dumagetti up into the hills. So, but to make sure the fish doesn't spoil, you can see he's piling in ice, and he'll put some water in as well. I'll have to interview one of these guys, but I don't know this one. They all seem to stop at Bacong to get their ice. You can get ice in the middle of the night here. People selling ice. There you are, he's poured the bucket full of icy salt water, and that will keep his fish fresh. I interviewed a guy. He must have quite a lot. I think he's coming back again. I interviewed a guy, a very nice guy, and we went all the way through the cost, how much it cost to buy the fish, how much he sold them for, and he was making, and I've spoken to others, they about the same, he was making 40 pesos a kilo with the fish, depending on which fish it is. Obviously the more salt after fish is different calculations. So I don't know how many kilos of fish he's got there, but I would think quite a few.